Hello again, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Watch Party Wednesday. I'm Lee Gordon, coming to you live from Chicago, home of Brunswick, where we are thrilled to welcome our incredible Freedom Boat Club owners and members from all over the world. And tonight, we're very excited to feature an exclusive Travel with Freedom Club Spotlight interview with Jason Worthy, Vice President of Boating Services EMEA for Brunswick and the proud leader of our first corporate-owned expansion into Europe with the recent launch of the Freedom Boat Club in Portsmouth in the United Kingdom. Jason, how are you?
Doing good, thanks, Lee. How are you?
Good. It's good to see you. We talk all the time, but it's good to see your face now. It's good to be able to engage. You know, I'm going to ask a couple questions later, but I got to start with the icebreaker question. So as you know, our Freedom Social Club has a whole series of Taste of Freedom tunes playlist on Spotify. What's your number one favorite song to jam out to on the water?
Well, this is a difficult question. I'm not sure I'm going to win any awards here for my musical taste, but I have two pretty artistic daughters that love to play the guitar and sing. So I'm going to pick a local favorite, Ed Sheeran, I think, probably. So, you know, Ed Sheeran, I think, would probably be one. Or actually, I could really show my age and I could say Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. That would be another good one.
That's a good one. I would, if this was situation was reversed and you asked me, I'd have said Ed Sheeran too, or Coldplay. Well, see, I'm coming to your area.
Yeah, nice.
So there's, you know, I got asked. So I was thinking you were going to say God Save the Queen, because in one of our recent conversations, you reminded me that she is your neighbor. So again, we're going to get to that in just a moment when we're going boating with the Queen soon. I promise you. So Jason, you spent a couple decades leading in the fitness industry. What inspired you to move from fitness to freedom and Brunswick in general as you transitioned from your previous role with Brunswick as president of Life Fitness to become VP of Brunswick Boating Services and leading the helm of our Freedom EMEA markets?
Yeah, I guess on first pass, people might think it looks strange, you know, jumping from fitness to boating, but actually it makes a ton of sense to me. So I grew up right by the coast, spent a lot of time on the water, a lot of time on rivers and on the ocean as well. And so kind of water's in my blood. I was a jet ski and water ski instructor when I was at university. It was one of the ways that I kind of paid my way through college. And then I went into the fitness industry and I spent, 2 decades of my career really encouraging people to get healthy and be active outside. That was a key part of my message, something that I felt strongly about whilst I was working in an industry with a lot of clubs. It was also important to get people outside and get them active and moving. And so this job is really a fusion of two things that I love, being outside in the great outdoors, on the water, soaking up that vitamin D, and then being active as well.
So I remember you telling me when we were first talking about Freedom coming to the UK that Portsmouth is one of the most desirable boating destinations in the UK. I Googled it. You're not kidding, which leads me to believe why you selected Portsmouth as our first corporate-owned expansion into the European market. So our members are absolutely thrilled, as you know, to welcome in Freedom UK to the family and can't wait to come visit. We can't wait to come visit when we're allowed to, which seems to be soon. So can you tell our members what they can expect when they visit Freedom Boat Club of Portsmouth and your favorite boating activities and destinations in the area?
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, first and foremost, we're delighted to be a part of the family. This is a real milestone moment for Freedom Boat Club, the first corporate-owned location, as you say, outside of North America. So we're very excited. We feel very fortunate to be able to be that team that are pulling that together. And we've got some really talented folks in the group. So what can you expect? Well, you can expect a great clubhouse experience. So we have a purpose-built clubhouse, which is a great spot to relax on your way in, meet up with friends, grab a coffee before you head out on the water. And of course, afterwards, after you've been boating, reflecting back on a great day. We've got an incredible range of boats. And like I said, a really fantastic team. And one of the things I love most about our team is they're all really experienced on boating in the Solent. So they know the area so well, which is great for, all of the little tips and tricks on where to go, how to beat the queues, how to avoid the rushes for the best restaurants. So that's really good. I think, from my perspective, one of the things that the team talked about is the Bewley River, which is a real beautiful river up by the Solent. I think being able to head up there, tying up by Buckler's Hard Marina and getting some quality family time over a picnic. I'm pretty excited to do that. I'm a dad of 4, so we've got big enough boats that I can take the whole crew out. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I think Osborne Bay on the Isle of Wight is a beautiful spot to kind of anchor up. And if you're lucky, the ice cream boat may come out and bring in ice cream as well.
You hit me with ice cream. You got me right there. So, I know everybody here in the States, we understand what kind of boats will be in the Freedom Fleet, but can you tell us a little bit about what boats you guys might have and why they're so perfectly suited for the waterways in your area?
Yeah, sure. So the location we're at is just opposite Port Solent in Portsmouth. And so essentially to help orientate people, it's the kind of the strip of water just between the base of the United Kingdom and a small island called the Isle of Wight in the English Channel. And so it can get a little bit choppy. It's a beautiful place. There's some incredible places to go, as I just said, but it can get a little bit choppy. So we have to be quite cautious with the type of boats that we choose. And so we have two ballistic ribs with Mercury engines. They're a great way for members to get started, particularly members who don't know the area. If we have, guests coming from the US who want to come and visit the club, that's a perfect boat for them to take out. It really handles the water well. We also have a Bayliner VR6 called Florida, incidentally. So all of our boats are named after US states as a bit of a hat tip to show a bit of love to our friends across the pond. And then we actually have a Quicksilver 675 Open on its way to us, which will be delivered in a couple of weeks here as well. So 4 boats right now. And of course, the club will be growing and we'll be adding more boats over time.
No, that's great. And as you know, as the largest boat club in the world, Freedom has become the #1 social club for boaters. We all know you're quite the fan of social events, Jason. I know from the fitness life, they do social events all the time. But post-COVID, what types of member socials and activities are you guys looking forward to getting started right away?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we have the clubhouse experience. So that's something that's important to us, is to have a nice place to be able to kick back and relax. So not all the fun is on the water. And so we plan to run some events from there. We've got a really great location that catches the sun at the end of the day. So, we'll be doing some fun events over the course of the summer. We actually have our proper launch event happening at the end of this month. So we have a public holiday at the end of May, and that what we call a bank holiday. That bank holiday weekend, we'll have some boating experiences. We'll do a clubhouse tour. We'll get some food and refreshments going and have a bit of entertainment as well. And then we actually the team are doing some great work planning to link in with a lot of events that happen across the Isle of Wight anyway, things like Cows Week, Round the Island Race, so that members can actually really get out there and be in the mix and really have a great experience, but this time from the water instead of from the shore.
Oh, it's great. And so I know the music selection was a tough question, but I got one final question, and maybe the most important one. In one word, what does Freedom Boat Club mean to you?
Well, I'm going to resist the urge to go with the obvious one and freedom. But I do think choice is a great word. I think one of the things that's impressed me so much with the Freedom business model and has excited me and the team is just the level of flexibility that we offer members to really make boating effortless and then just a joy to be involved in. So I'm going to say choice. That's good.
That's good. And we're going to choose to come out there soon. I heard that they're going to open up the borders potentially June, it sounds like. So this event we've been talking about for months and months and months seems like it might be happening later this year.
Yeah, I think so. I think to the extent that the visitors have had their vaccinations and are able to evidence a negative COVID test, I think that's what the government are now saying. But the good news for anybody listening who is kind of earmarking a trip here to the UK in the future and excited to visit Freedom Boat Club of Portsmouth, we have, I think, broadly managed the virus well recently, and we're starting to see really low numbers of COVID rates. And we just recently had non-essential retail came back online. That was about 2 weeks ago. So far, so good. We've not seen a spike in COVID. So the government is optimistic that we'll get to the next level, which will see us starting to allow some international travel later on this month. And then hopefully by June, fingers crossed, we should be able to welcome people at will.
And the Queen will be a member at some point this year.
Well, listen, she's a neighbour, so it seems obvious. But I'll have to chat to her and see what I can do.
Jason, the fact that you can say that is still pretty darn cool. Well, Jason, I can't thank you enough for joining us here on our weekly Watch Party Wednesday. Members, stay tuned for next week as we continue to celebrate the many faces of freedom here on Freedom Social.
Everybody, I'm back again, this time ready to show you our new clubhouse here at Freedom Boat Club Portsmouth. So why don't you come on inside? So really excited to welcome you to our new home. This is where you'll come down if you're interested in coming boating in Portsmouth. It's a beautiful area, a little bit chilly today, but I promise it's not always like this. We've actually got some of our team here today. So we've got Ifan in the corner here. Ifan, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Hi there. So I run all the training. So if you're coming down and you want to get a bit of training out on the water, perhaps you've got no boating experience, I'll guide you through that pathway to make sure that when you go out and go boating yourself, you do it in a safe and sort of controlled manner, let's say.
Thanks, Ifan. And Ifan has a load of experience. He's been doing this for a long time, and one of the things that we do is we train up all of our members to Rya Powerboat Level 2. So we have a little training room in the corner. We'll take you through that process. Ifan takes you out on the water, not only gets you familiar with the boats that we have, but also gets you familiar with the area, the Solent, so you know exactly where to go and have fun. We have a big chart coming for the wall here, so every day that you come in here to go boating, we'll be able to show you the best places to go based on the weather and the conditions for them. And then over here we have a nice seating area, so you can take a seat. Really, you've got the rain coming down now, but that's just proliferating the myth that it's always raining in the UK. I promise it's not. We've definitely got sunshine coming, and this is just a beautiful area to be able to go boating, and a great chance for you to meet friends and family before you go out on the boats. And then we actually have Ant behind, who's our club manager. It looks like he's making a cup of tea, very British.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm the club manager here, so I'm responsible to making sure your journey throughout your Freedom Boat Club membership runs smoothly. And well, happy to make you a cup of tea and coffee and have a chat with you when you come down to hear about your stories and your time out in the water.
Thanks, Ant. And then over in the corner, this is a hive of activity. So we have Kath and Shalane. Shalane is busy working on our memberships and our system and doing a lot of our administration. And then we have Kath, who looks like she's busy planning our open weekend by the looks of things.
Yeah, that's right. We've got an open weekend coming up this week actually, so we're really excited to welcome all our prospects down, tell you some more information about the club, get you out on the boats, and get you give you a feel of what Freedom's all about.
Awesome. Well, thank you, team. Let's head down to the dock. Hey everyone, so we're back here on the dock now. We're going to head down and see the boats that we've got ready for you when you come down to Portsmouth. And as I promised, the sun has come out. I told you it doesn't always rain in the UK. So, you know, one of the things that's most important about Freedom Boat Club Portsmouth is that it's exactly the same model that you know and love from the US. So it is boating made simple, and we really take care of all of the details around you getting out on the water. So we're really thoughtful about making sure the boats are well fueled, all the safety checks are done, and in fact we'll see one of our team members, Rob, down on the dock, who's doing just some of that work right now, so that when you want to, you can just get out and really enjoy yourself on the water, and then just grab the keys, give the keys back to us, and go on and enjoy the evening. So here we are. We have 4 boats in our fleet. 3 of them are here already, and in the next few days we'll have our 4th available. But before I show you the boats, I'd like to introduce you to Rob. Rob's our dock master. Rob, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello there, my name's Rob. I'm dock master here at Freedom Boat Club. I'm familiar with the area. I've been a boater on the Solent for up to 18 years, and my job is to make sure the boats are safe and up to great quality for you to enjoy your time on the water.
Perfect, thank you Rob. So let's show you the boats that we have. So we first of all we have 2 ballistic ribs. This one here is Kansas. This is our 6.5 meter ballistic rib, and then on the outside we have our 6 meter ballistic rib, which is Montana, both with Mercury engines. These are absolutely beautiful boats, and one of the best things about these is they're great for beginners. So if you're new to the area, not familiar with the Solent, or not familiar with boating in general, these are great boats to get you going. They're very forgiving, and they really handle the sometimes choppier days that we have here in the Solent, and you'll be able to go out and have some great times. And as you can see, they also hold a lot of passengers, so you and your family can really have a great time. And then just at the front we have Florida. So Florida is our VR6 Bayliner. And this is, we're really excited about this boat. It's an absolutely beautiful boat, and this one will be wonderful for members to go out and have a great time in the Solent. And then we have a Quicksilver coming. Quicksilver is going to be called Hawaii, and the astute amongst you will have noticed that we've named all of our boats after US states. One of the things that we did when we decided to launch the club here, the first club, corporate owned location outside of North America, was I asked the team if they would take responsibility for coming up with a naming standard for our boats. And I was delighted when they came back and said we want to name them after US states as a kind of a hat tip to our US cousins across the water and our heritage at Freedom Boat Club. And so all of the boats that we have in the fleet here at Portsmouth as the organisation grows here in the UK will always be named after US states. So we're really excited to be able to welcome you down here. As I said, we have an open weekend just coming up this weekend, and we're looking forward to welcoming you with a good old-fashioned English cup of tea and a biscuit and getting you out on the water in the solar. Looking forward to seeing you.